Hello there. I am so thankful you are here today. Welcome. We are going to do a declutter and organize with me. We are going to get so much done, so I hope you are ready. So here is the satisfying and almost embarrassing before. This is the upstairs loft. Also, Josiah and Noah's room. Josiah and Noah share a room. Usually I have switched them up from time to time, but now that Liam's 13, he really wants to keep it so he's by himself, understandably. So it just makes more sense to have these two boys share a room. They also are the same size, so that's really nice when you have limited space and a limited closet. So this is a mess, and I know that. I do tell them to clean their room. I do give them their laundry baskets and tell them to put their clothes away, but it gets like this so often. And one thing I have learned about me and my children is that when we can't manage the things that we have, then we have too many things. And so I knew it was time to come in here and start decluttering this room from top to bottom. Now, I have mentioned in my previous videos, I do declutter quite often, especially like right before school starts, right after Christmas, birthdays, things like that. But especially when I feel like they can't maintain their items. Same thing goes for me. If I feel like things are getting messier and messier and it is harder for me to clean in the evening or pick up throughout the day, then I know I have too much stuff. And then it's time to get rid of it and it's time to declutter. And it's really important to take that inventory of your home and see what should go and what can stay. And that changes from time to time. As I was going back and listening to the video before I posted, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I sound like I'm racing when I'm talking. I just wanted to tell you guys, if it ever sounds like I'm speeding up when I'm talking or, just talking really fast, it's because I'm trying to get out so much before I get interrupted. So I just wanted to tell you that if you're like, whoa, slow down, you're talking so fast. That is why, because my time is so limited. And so I have to just get out as much as I can. When we purchased this house, this is a 4-bedroom house with a loft, and we weren't sure if my 18-year-old wanted to stay or go off to college and get a roommate, maybe move in with his sister. There were just a lot of options that he had to contemplate, and so he ultimately decided to stay with us, which is completely fine with his dad and I. Our home is always open to our children, and he has since gotten a job. He's working full-time, and the room that we assumed would become Josiah and Noah's room, he is still in. Understandably, like I had said, it's fine by us, but that does delay the process and delay the amount of time that they're going to be in the loft. That was never our intention to be here very long, and we kind of had a different scenario when we bought the house, and Drew did as well, on what his plans were, but those things changed, and that's fine. So now that we are here and we don't know how long they're going to be in the loft, Chris and I are deciding on whether or not we want to go ahead and put a wall up. I think we're pretty sure that we do want to do that, but we are trying to find the proper contractors because that's just not in our realm of expertise. But in the meantime, I want to declutter this room because it is a limited space. However, this loft is bigger than both Drew and Liam's room. So that's really nice, and it has a full closet. I don't know. Usually lofts don't have full closets, but it does. So it's a great space. It's just open, and I really want to give them some privacy. They need their privacy. And so we are looking into possibly putting up a wall. We just don't know exactly when that's going to happen. We have a couple of contractors that are very close friends that we are getting some quotes from, but I want to make this room really cool for them. I've been thinking about doing some black and white giant posters above their bed or their favorite sports player. Noah loves soccer and Josiah is in football. So I have some really fun ideas on what I want to do in here, but it's just going to take a little bit of time and money. And so in the meantime, we're just going to try to get rid of as much as they're comfortable with and as much as we need to make this space just better for both of them. So Noah still likes to play with Legos and action figures, which I'm so thankful. Josiah has pretty much moved out of that, but and it's hard for them to share a room because their idea of clean is two different things. And so we're just trying to teach Noah to clean up after himself. He's a lot like me, where he just kind of dips his toes into multiple things at once, and then there's a mess everywhere. Now, I've definitely worked really hard to fix that as an adult, but you know, he's a kid and he's still working on that. So I'm gonna organize all his Legos. These clear bins that you see that I put the Legos in are actually from the Dollar Tree, and they're fantastic and they stack. For Noah, it is definitely necessary. He's a lot like I am, where he needs to see things. If it's out of sight, it is out of mind. And if he sees it, then he knows it's there, then he knows he can play with it. He knows right where to put it when it's time to put it away. So that's one thing I've learned about myself, and I've learned about him as well. Like I said, he is so much like me. As for Josiah, he's fine. I could put something in those little cube bins right down there, and he'll know that's his bin. He'll go there. So I'm trying to really cater to each boy, even though they're sharing a room. And then they have grown so quickly, and they wear the exact same size. So even though they're only about an inch and a half about an inch and a half, Josiah's taller than Noah, but they wear the same size. So that makes it really nice that they share a room.
You don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, singing to me.
While decluttering their room, I'm also going to get rid of any of the stuff that is on top of their dresser. For my kids and even for myself, it is best that we have clean spaces, because if we don't, then more things will accumulate up there. Here we are on day 2. So I want to go ahead and start putting things back into the drawers. I had to wash quite a bit of laundry up here. They are pretty good about doing their own laundry. Not Noah, but Josiah likes to do his own laundry, mainly because when the laundry's done, he doesn't want to have to sort Noah's. I guess that's just how brothers are. But he does his own laundry primarily, but I needed to go ahead and tackle some of the laundry that was up here. Now, I give them their bins, and you'll see them in my videos. I have these stacking bins, and I've got their names on them so they know which bin is theirs, and then they put their dirty clothes in another bin. But we were getting too many bins in the house, so I have decided that they will put their dirty clothes in the bin with their name, and then they will wash it and dry it and put the clean clothes back in there. And we do clean the bins out and sanitize them from time to time. So that makes it really easy. And like I had said, they all have their name on it. I also have one with my name on it. And then Chris knows what his bin is. We have got so many laundry bins in this house. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm coming through here now, and I'm going to start separating everything and putting out the clothes that need to be hung up. and kind of just doing another sweep through here. I also was able to go through a bin of clothes that were Drew's and Liam's, some of my favorite items that they had, and I saved. So I went ahead and washed all of that, and I'm going to hang that up at this time. I don't have a ton of clothes from them. Obviously Drew's 18 and Josiah is 11, so there's quite an age difference there, and I didn't hold on to too much. And then with Liam, I held on to some, but not too much. I was very, very selective on the items that I chose to keep. Also, boys are so incredibly rough on their clothes that it's really hard to pass down clothes. I don't know if you guys experience that as well, but just holes and stains and so it's not that easy to pass down clothes for the boys. I did have to go and get some more clothes for them because they were really, really running out. I will shop for my kids' clothes at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Josiah, the older he gets, he is more particular about what he wears. Understandably, it means more to him now. So for him, I do try time to time. It's very rare. It's more like birthdays and Christmas. He likes Tilly's because he really likes those graphic tees, but we can find a lot of really good stuff at TJ Maxx. That's where I spend my money if he needs clothes or my kids need clothes. That's where I will go. We have a Bell's down here, which is like a store just for Florida. And they have some really good stuff, but it is so expensive. And I don't get too much stuff from Walmart or Target because some items you can really luck out with and they're great. And then some items not so much. But like I said, it's harder for Josiah because he's just more particular and he cares a lot more than the other boys do about his clothes. So I try my best to make sure he has the things that he wants. So I have got all of their socks paired together and their clean underwear, and I put that all on the top. Now this is an IKEA dresser we had actually gotten for Emma, but it was just way too big, so we gave it to the boys. It's too big for them as well, but this is one dresser I really like from them. I think it's the Calyx, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys need a link, that I could try to find one for you, but I like them. The drawers are really smooth. I will say it did have a little off gassing for a bit, but it's totally fine now, and everything looks really good in here, and I'm really pleased. I've also, as you saw, I rolled their pants. I did that because the other KonMari method of folding for them is just not realistic, and they cannot do it. They just won't do it. I mean, it's not terribly hard, but if your kids don't want to put away clothes anyway, I'm not going to make it a fussy way of folding things. So we just roll the pants and roll the shorts, and that is just the easiest way for us. And then when it comes to workout shorts, those types of sports shorts, I just throw those all in the drawer. They know that they're all the same size. Either boy can grab it, and that's what we do, because it just made no sense. I used to fold all of their shorts, and it just would make me frustrated. So I'm trying to find easy ways that things can go back the way they're supposed to, and I don't get completely frazzled if I just came in here and cleaned and made it look beautiful and it doesn't stay that way. So the way I clean for them is very functional for them, and I've learned that just to take the pressure off of myself and the stress out of it. And also I would come in the room and I would just make it all beautiful and organized and have all these little bins and labels and clothes folded and organized, color coded. and it wouldn't stay that way, and it would really upset me. But I've learned that it's not a personal attack. They're not trying to be disrespectful, but I can't force them to enjoy and love organization like I do. They appreciate it. They appreciate my time, but it's not feasible for them at this age to keep it the way I had it. So I am learning to let those things go, and we just make it work for us. And that's what you have to do as well. So if you set up your kids' room and you love it and it's perfect and it's Pinterest perfect and all the things, but they can't keep it like that, don't get mad. I did for a long time. I just get real frazzled. I felt disrespected almost. It's not a personal attack. It's just their kids, and you got to do what works best for you and your family. And if that's throwing all your shirts in a bin, all your shorts in a bin, throwing all your shoes in a basket and nothing is folded, then that's okay too. Remember, and I've talked about this in the past, I believe her name is Casey Davis. She says that your house and your cleaning is not a moral failure or a moral obligation. If throwing all of your clothes in a drawer or in the closet in bins and not folded beautifully like KonMari does it, then that's okay if it works for you. There are no rules to when it comes to organizing. There is definitely strategies and tactics that we can do, but there are no rules. You have to do what works for you. Also, in the next clip, I'm going to actually sit down with my boys and show you how we go through decluttering and organizing, because I've gotten messages on how do we get rid of things when kids want everything. So I have decided to keep this in for a minute or two so you can see how we go through everything. So I've got bins here, and whatever you want, just say yes, maybe, no. Yes, maybe, no, okay? There is no limit. You keep whatever you want. We'll get rid of everything you want, okay?
I'm joking.
So, seriously. The maybe bin, we'll put it somewhere, and then we'll go back in it in like 6 months and see if you still want it, okay? So we're just going to do it very quickly. No, it's rapid fire. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. There's some stuff in there.
So we'll go through this stuff, okay?
Yes, I'm gonna finish building that.
That's
Yes,
okay.
I will finish building that.
You don't have to say it. We're gonna make it rapid fire, okay?
No.
Just say yes or no.
No. No. It's mine. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That game's so much fun. It's up to you. Up to you.
Always keep chargers.
Love the cars.
Oh, would you mind asking her what she's wanting?
What's wrong?
Do we know what these cards are to?
I don't know if you don't want. Do you want to be a dinosaur?
Okay.
Yeah. About that? No. That's a maybe.
This one's a maybe?
No, I mean like the one.
The lunch money?
The last.
Okay, cool. What about this?
No. No.
The last kids on Earth?
No, thank you. No.
Awesome. Okay. This is just paper and tracing pads.
I don't like cars.
Okay. So this is going to be our no pile, okay? And then I'm going to use the other one for the maybe pile. Okay, cool. Okay. Can you do it? You can pull that out, Noah. Yes or no?
No.
Noah, yes or no?
Yes.
Which one?
Sorry, do you know what I'm using them? They're plastic. They hurt.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Keep them? Okay. Yes or no?
Yes. Big yes.
Okay. I need to go through it. So I'm going to put it right here. Fortune Falls. Yeah. Fortune Falls.
No.
Spy Camp. I hope I was able to give you a little insight on how I personally do it. Now, I am very emotionless. I'm not sentimental through this process. If I see something they got rid of that I wish they kind of would have kept, I will go back later once we're done with this, and I will discuss that with them. If I feel like they were feeling like we got rid of too much and they weren't quite comfortable, again, I will go back later. I will not get rid of anything, nothing. It will stay for a little short while to see if they're comfortable with it going or not. So here is the linen closet upstairs. While I was up here, I was like, okay, this is horrible. So we need to go ahead and tackle this. This is not okay. And so here is another area that I'm going to declutter. So I finished the boys' room. Now, I did not clean the boys' room. I'm actually going to do that in a cleaning video. But I wanted this video to be only decluttering and organizing, because some of my friends here, they don't want to see cleaning. They want it to be specific organizing, decluttering, and organizing. So that's why I try to do this sometimes. But again, I will clean this room, paint the walls, put a new light fixture on, put some new bedding on there, but that's just going to be in another video. So if you ever see me like in the same clothes in another video in 2 weeks, it's because I film like in a lump sum and then I kind of piecemeal it together. So up here at the linen closet, I have already done this once, but it is what it is. And I'm going to start putting everything in here that we need. Now the boys have kind of rotated bedding, Liam and Drew, and they have shared bedding, said I want this, I don't want that, can I have that, can you take this? And as you can see, the big old comforter is stuffed on in there, so that is something that I have to take out. I'm actually going to put it in a vacuum sealer. When we moved in, I went and I didn't like do Liam's or like paint it or anything, but I did get him some new bedding and everything like that. And he decided it's just too hot for him, which is fine. So Drew used it for a while and then he figured out it's too hot for him as well. So it's a really good brand. I got it from TJ Maxx. It's the UGG brand. So I'm just going to vacuum seal it and put it away in case somebody needs it for the future. However, I will probably only try to keep it for 6 months. So I'm going to write on the outside of that clear vacuum sealer bag the date that I put it in there. That's another tip. And in 6 months, if we haven't used it, we haven't thought about it, we're not gravitating towards it, then it's going to go ahead and be donated. When I donated bedding and things like that, I always ask my friends first, because sometimes they want to redecorate their kids' rooms and they want you not to spend a lot of money. I get it. Like the bedding, the Betty's bed the boys have, the black and white like dots, they're over it. They don't want it. So that's something I'm actually going to ask my friends if they want it. If my friends don't want it, I'm actually going to do a huge message on Facebook, see if someone wants it. If no one wants it there, then I will actually just say free, come and get it and just donate it. A lot of my friends do foster care and they are like, gimme, gimme, gimme when it comes to clothes and bedding and things like that, because sometimes you don't know what you're going to get or who you're going to get, you know? So that's why I like to always ask them first.
But I told you so.
So we are on day 3, my sweet friends, day 3. And we're going to do this junk drawer. Do you remember my last video where I said, look at this junk drawer, it's atrocious and I'm going to clean it out? Well, here, y'all, we are cleaning it out. So I'm pulling everything out of here. And the things I have in here I have had since my last house. It's just moved with me. So there's no new items being purchased except for a couple of things that were sent to me, and I'll show those to you in just a second. But I'm going to pull everything out first and foremost, and then I'm going to just vacuum it really quickly. And the goal here is just to take this junk drawer from junk drawer to functional drawer, to drawer where we actually need the stuff. So this little clear container here, again, TJ Maxx. I feel like TJ Maxx needs to reach out to me. That would be a dream. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, throwing that out there, throwing that out there. But this clear acrylic little organizer is from TJ Maxx, and I think it's I don't know what it is. I think it's a utensil organizer, but like I always say, think outside the box and use it for what you want to use it for. So we obviously have a ton of batteries, and I purchased this container here from Temu. Actually, they sent it to me. I'm always very super honest with you guys, probably to a fault, but they did send it to me. I have a video that is scheduled to come out on Tuesday, I believe, of their products. So just a few things that I had gotten that they had sent me, and this is one of the things. I think it was around $3, which is a really good deal. However, I will say, and I will discuss it in a minute, there are some nuances with it that I really didn't prefer. So I'll be trying to find the best deal, and I feel like there's really mixed reviews. I've got to do my own research. I've been informed of a few things, and I just feel like I've got to just make some smart decisions on a go forward basis, but I do need to dig in and do my research. But I already had planned for their video to be up on Tuesday, so I didn't want to bring it into this video in case you're here for strictly decluttering and organizing. I didn't want to add that. I was going to, this was going to be a part of that sponsored video, but I just decided there was something in me that said, no, this one needs to be strictly decluttering and organizing, so that's what we're doing. But on Tuesday I will have a Temu video of the things that we did purchase, and then or that I did get, and then on a go forward basis I will be definitely looking into a few things. So I just wanted to throw that out there for just a moment. But hey, this looks pretty good. I like it. But again, I will talk about some of the nuances in just a moment. One thing I don't think I like is that there isn't enough, like, I don't know, I need to be able to put a whole row. And so if I took this little thing out, I could fill this up with more, which I probably need to do, then I've got extra pieces. I don't love that. I also feel like it needs more space for other things, and then you've got, like, I don't know, I feel like they could have done better, but it was $3. So for $3, I do think it's a great deal. But they had some more expensive one that probably were a little more functional, I guess you would say. I mean, this is great, but if you have a ton of batteries, I would suggest getting the larger one. This came together really, really great. I'm so thankful. And we've got a lot more storage. And that's why I had the island extended 2 feet, was for that added storage. We desperately needed some more storage in the kitchen and to be able to put some more things. And it's been great having that. I cannot wait till the kitchen is done so we can get everything finalized. But until then, we are just going to make the best. These cabinets and drawers are just perfectly fine for now. And I love the way this came out. Chris actually saw it and he was so pleased. He's like, whoa, you really cleaned this out. But thankfully I was only able to do it this well just because I had the stuff that was previously in here put somewhere else. So that definitely came into play. But I also use these plastic bins I got from Amazon ages ago. And they just keep on coming in handy. I love the big old set of them. It always works and I love them. I do have them in my Amazon storefront. Here in the island, I had actually organized this a couple of weeks ago, more of those bins, and I need to put the little rubber pieces on the bottom. It really helps from preventing it to move around. But this is where the kids can come and get their pencils, so I don't have to hear, we have no pencils for homework. And I'm like, oh yes, we do. And so this is sort of like school supply drawer, if you will. Easy access, everything's right here. There's no fuss, there's no junk. And like I had said, my kids and I cannot do a lot of clutter and a lot of just stuff, or we can't maintain it. So on the other side, we have their craft paper and school paper, and I literally used an old acrylic thingamajigger here that has an old backgammon piece in there for the paper. Over here, this is just a catch-all right now, and this is some of the stuff that I had actually gotten from Temu and some stuff I had gotten from Amazon. And we put these pop-up sockets in the cabinet, or excuse me, on the countertop. So we had to like remove everything. I've got to reorganize it all. So that is what we're going to do. Sorry for the air fryer sound in the back, making lunch for Emma, but I wanted to show you this. So I have my grater in here. I have used this probably at least once a week, maybe a couple times. This is incredible. I shared it on my Amazon favorites and I love it so much. So this was a huge win. This is the chopper. I felt like it would really help me just get through chopping onions and things like that. I am not the greatest at making perfect little squares when dicing up tomatoes and onions and stuff. I know there's a trick to it. I cannot do it. So that is what this is for. I also liked it because you can use it for vegetables and do like you know what you need to do with vegetables. So I have been trying to replace some of my starches with more vegetables, and I thought this would be very convenient also to like do apples and stuff. I love putting apples in tuna salad, chicken salad, and this will make it super quick with these here. And I like that there are different sizes. This is from TJ Maxx. I got a whole pack of them, a whole bunch, and I just stick these types of things in here. This is for making hamburgers. So this drawer for now is just gonna be like my accessory drawer. When the rest of the cabinets come, we will definitely be moving things around, but for now, this is great. And then I have my towels and stuff like that up here. And thank you so much for watching today's video. I had a lot of fun doing the cleaning videos last week, and so I hope you guys enjoyed them. I know this is a small thing to ask, but for me it's really big. Would you please like this video? It genuinely helps out my channel so much. And if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, I would be so thankful. I love creating homemaking content because I genuinely feel that just health and well-being start at home. So I try to create content that will benefit you all and also make you feel better. I want this place to be positivity, accountability, vulnerability, transparency. That is what I strive to bring to this platform. And I want to be a place of refuge and encouragement and motivation for you all. I want you to feel like when you leave my channel, you feel motivated and inspired, you feel encouraged, and most of all, out of all of those things, I just want you to know that you are so loved. And if no one has told you today, you are doing such a good job. And I know life is hard, and I know things can be really unsettling and destabilizing, but I just want you to know you've got this. And I know I have gone through my own personal transformation and growth this past year, actually I would say 3 years, and I feel like I'm finally coming into my own. And with that, I feel so content and so settled. I can't really explain it, but I do. And I'm just so thankful for the ones that just chose to show me grace during some of those emotional and hard times. I didn't always handle things the way I wanted to, but I'm human and I'm allowed to make those mistakes, because with those mistakes, there's growth and there's change, and I feel like that's so important for all of us. There's no shame in wanting to do better and be better, and I genuinely do every single day. I wake up and I strive to be better than I was yesterday. So I want to encourage that for you as well. We're never too late to stop working on ourselves. It's never too late to start working on our homes and starting to create a house that is more than just a house, it's a home. And by doing these homemaking things that I share here, I really feel in my heart that it starts at home, and you'll be able to have a better life by just focusing on things here. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I love you more than I could ever put into words. I say that often, but I really mean it. And a lot of times it's in a voiceover at the end of the video, but I wanted to face just let you know how thankful I am for your time. I know time is a precious commodity, and when you spend it to me, it means the world to me. I'll never, ever be able to say more about it, but I love you. You are loved. Emma's walking in. You are worthy, and this world's a better place because of you. Bye.